Hi everyone, my name is Eric Charran. I'm a seasoned tech executive with over 25 years of experience working in large companies, and this is the 5 things I wish I knew about workplace toxicity. Number 1, recognizing dysfunction and toxicity. It's important to realize that you are not alone and the things that you're observing and feeling are not normal. There are solutions and ways forward, usually revolving around empathy, but normally the best way to tackle something like this is to focus more on recognition and diagnosis of why it's actually happening. Sometimes evaluating the emotional undercurrents of a specific type of behavior or culture can help you get to the root of how to solve it. Number 2, encourage accountability. Just because that you are subject to a toxic workplace doesn't mean that that's okay. You can speak openly and plainly to your managers about it, but the key is not to sound accusatory. You have to utilize techniques that show that you are empathizing with the very real frustrations that your managers may be struggling with that you don't see. Ask them questions like, how are you doing? What can I do to make your life easier professionally? And then follow up with some observations that you have with potential solutions and get their agreement that these are things that you could try together. Number 3, make sure to always prioritize your boundaries. In many instances, like in real life, we teach people how to treat us. If you hop on calls at a moment's notice, whether you're taking your kids to school, you're in line at Starbucks, or you're at the gym, outside of your typical core working hours, you have to make sure that you set expectations that this is a one-time thing or it's not frequent. Some jobs you just have to do what you have to do, but in certain circumstances, this becomes the norm, and that can be harmful, facilitating a culture in which your boundaries are constantly pushed and compromise your personal time and happiness. Set your boundaries, manage your fear of missing out, make an effort to catch up, and your bosses will typically appreciate this. Promote positive communication with empathy. Many people make emotional choices and seek reason to back it up. In my experience, they were not willing to listen to you even if you were right. And many times I tell my team that being right is 50% of the battle. The other part is making sure that people get put into a place where they're willing to listen to the data that you have. Utilize empathy. Imagine the way you would be feeling if you were under pressure like they are, or you were sitting behind their desk and had their responsibilities. Indicate that you're seeking to understand how they must feel. Once that's done, they are going to be in a position to more readily hear your points of view. Otherwise, their minds are not ready to be changed no matter how much data you throw at them. 5, focus on empowerment. If you're an employee operating in a toxic work environment, seek empowerment by asking and or doing tasks that will bring you power. Those include working with individuals, collaborating, informing your manager along the way. If you're a manager, focus on letting go of your team, set expectations and goals, and watch them achieve it by giving and guiding with gentle suggestions. These are the 5 things I wish I knew about workplace toxicity in my career, and hopefully they'll help you.